Welcome, here I've got ASUS ROG Phone 5 and I'm gonna show you the top tricks of its camera. So at first we have to tap on the camera button to open it, and for now we are in the standard photo mode. Let's see what we've got here. Let me start with this settings bar. Here we can change the modes of this camera by going to the left or right. So we have the slow motion mode, the time-lapse video, standard photo, portrait, panoramic. By going to the right to the end we have more. So the other ones like motion tracking, pro video, pro, macro and the night. So this is a lot. I don't have much time to speak about all of these modes. I suggest you to making experiments with that and just have a good fun. Now let's stay on the standard photo, and here let's start by tapping anywhere at the screen like that. As you can see, we get access to this kind of ring connected with small sun icon on green color from the right. The ring is the focusing, so by doing this we can pick the focusing area at our picture, and when we tap on the sun a little bit longer, we get access to the exposure compensation slider. So we can manage now the light of the picture by going up. We can make our photo more bright. By going down, we can make it more dark. And this is how to use this. Now let's move to these buttons. Here we can manage the lenses of this camera. Now we are on ultra wide lens, and this one is the standard wide lens. This is connected with zoom, so let me show you now how to use zoom. We can do it by using two fingers like that to get closer to the subject and also go back. And as you can see here, we have also the slider when we do it. And we can use zoom like that. I think this way is more precisely. Also, when we go back from this and want to get access again to this slider, we can do it on the second way by just tapping a little bit longer on these buttons. And here we can do it once again. So for now, let's stay on this lens and let's move to this settings bar. Let me start with the second button from the right. By tapping on it, we can manage the flash. Now it's turned off. From the left, we have access to the torch, so now the flash is turned on. And here we can turn it on the every time we take a picture, or turn it on the auto. So now the camera should recognize when it's needed, when it's too dark. Now let's tap on the flash and turn it off again and move to this button at the center. Here we can manage aspect ratio of this camera. We can see that we are in 4:3 ratio. From the right we have 1:1. So as you can see, the background has changed to the square one, and this is how it looks like. Another tap to this button at the center and we can move to 16:9. Now the background has changed to the longer one, and when we pick this button once again and move to the left corner, we can get access to the full aspect ratio. So this is how it looks like. Now let's stay on 4:3, but you can pick of course whatever you need here. And let's move to the next one button, the second from the left this time. When we tap here, we can manage the HDR option. HDR helps to improve the details in the brightest and darkest areas of our photos, and it really helps to making them just more beautiful and lightful. Now it is on the auto. I suggest you to keep this like that, because now the camera should recognize when it's possible to have this. We can also turn it on every time we take a picture, or just turn it off as we need. Now let's stay on the auto and let's move to the left corner to this button. When we tap on it, we can open the advanced camera settings. As you can see, this is a lot. Let me show you a few of them. Let's start with camera resolution. When we tap here, we can manage also the aspect ratio of this camera, but we have here one extra thing, the 4:3 with 64 megapixels, the best possible quality of this camera. So this is the way to get access to this kind of quality. And now when we go back to the camera, we can see that this button with aspect ratio disappeared. So to go back to the standard quality, we have to tap again to the left corner to the camera resolution and pick here whatever we need. The next one thing here I want to show is the camera timer. So when we tap here, we can change the delay of taking picture. We can pick between 2, 5 or 10 seconds of delay. Let me pick 5 seconds now to show you how it works. And when we go back to the camera and take the picture, we get the 5 seconds of delay. Here we have the countdown, and now the photo was taken. So let's tap again to the left corner. Let's turn off the camera timer. and move to the watermark option. When we tap here, we can get access to 4 kind of watermarks: the date, time, device name and the custom one. By using the buttons from the right, we can turn them on and off as we need. As you can see, we can add just the one of this or both or 3 and all at the same time. And when we tap on the custom, we can add here our own watermark. Now I have here hard reset, but you can write here your own, whatever you need. And okay. And we have also short preview how these watermarks looks like. From the left we have Republic of Gamers, the device one. From the right we have the hard reset custom one with date and time. Now let me keep them turned on. Let's move back to the camera and take a picture to see them at the real photo. To see the picture now, let's move to this button from the left. Here we get quick access to the gallery, and this is how it looks like. With these watermarks at the bottom, we can here get closer. And this is how the device look like, and the custom with the date and time. And of course, when we don't need this watermark or need just a one of this, we can go back to the left corner to the watermark and pick here whatever we need. Now I'm going to turn this off. And let's move back to this settings. The next one thing here is touch shutter. When we tap to this button from the right, of course, we can turn it on and turn it off. And this is really cool thing because now when we go back to the camera, we don't have to use this button every time we want to take a picture. We can just tap anywhere and it automatically takes a photo. Now let's go back to these settings in the left corner and turn this off to move to the tracking autofocus. Also, by using the button from the right, we can turn it on and off, and this is one of my favorite options when I want to take a picture to something that is in move. Now when we go back to the camera and tap on object, it follows us and moving it follows to the move that this object is making. So this is really useful when we want to keep this like that. Now let's move back to the left corner and slide down to the other category. At the first place here we have scan QR codes option. By using the button from the right, we can of course turn it on and off. I suggest you to keep this turned on because this is the easiest way to scan QR codes at this device. Now we can just do it by using the camera app, and we don't need any other app to do it. Now let's move to the horizontal level. By tapping on this button, of course, we can turn it on and off, so this is kind of leveler here. When we go back to the camera, we can see now this line at the center, and it should help us to keep our device steady when we want to take the straight picture. So this is how to use this. Let's go back to this setting, slide down to the other, we can turn off the horizontal level, and now let me show you the grid. When we tap here, we can pick between 3 options, 3 and 3, Fibonacci, spiral with right or left. Now let's stay on 3 and 3. When we go back to the camera now, we can see in the preview this kind of lines, and this is useful, for example, when we want to use the rule of thirds in photography. When we tap to the left corner once again, slide to the other, pick the grid, we can pick, for example, Fibonacci spiral with right, and in the preview it looks like that, so we have different kind of lines, and it should help us also to making experiments with composition in photography. Once again, let's tap to the left corner, let me show you also Fibonacci spiral with left. And this is how they look like. Of course, remember that all of these lines are not visible at the real picture. So when I take a photo and when I again move to the gallery, we can't see them at the real picture. So these lines are only to help us taking better photos. And of course, when we don't need them, we can tap to the left corner once again, slide to the other, pick the grid and turn them off here. Now let's move to the camera sound. Here by using this button we can turn it off and turn it on as we need. And the next thing here, which is interesting, is the location services option. Here we can save the information about the place where we take a picture in the details about it. Of course, by using this button we can turn it off or turn it on. Now let me keep this like that. And here the important thing also is that to make it work correctly when we want to save the actual location of our photo, we have to be connected with the internet, for example with the Wi-Fi or the mobile data, and we have to turn on the location of this device. So remember about these two parameters, the location and the internet, to make it work. Now let me keep this turned on. Let's go back to the camera and take another picture. Let's move to the left to the gallery. And to check the location, we have to tap to the left corner at the bottom to the details button. And here we have the full address. Also, when we tap on it, we get quick access to the Google Maps and we can check our location at the map. So greetings from Kraków, Poland. Now let's go back to the camera. And to this left corner settings, let's slide down to the other and move to set volume key S. When we tap here, we can decide to use our volume buttons in the camera as shutter or zoom. So the volume buttons at this device are here. In the standard usage with smartphone, we can adjust by using them the volume. And in the camera, we can pick between these two options. Let me pick the shutter now to show you how it works. And when we go back to the camera, now when we tap on these buttons, as you can see, we can easily take a picture. Now let's tap again to the left corner, let's slide down. And the last one thing, after managing all of these settings I want to show you, is the restore default setting. So if you want to use all of this from the beginning, you have to just tap to the restore default settings and OK, and all of this goes back to the auto. And that's all. Thanks for watching, subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.